Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will start with our first unit, which is titled, Did You Hurt Yourself? Our lesson today is the Listen and Discuss lesson in your books, page 4 and 5. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 4 and 5, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. Ready? Let's get started. Let's imagine that you saw this advertisement. This advertisement would tell you about, here we're having a wire, a cable, or for a charger. It says here, low price guarantee. There is nothing that you may find that is lower price than this one. Longer cord for your convenience. It is longer than anyone. I'm comparing it to other products. So this is the best, this is the cheapest, and you can find nothing longer than it. However, there is nothing guarantee about safety. When I got this cord or this charger, it turned into fire. I had a fire. It burned the house or maybe the room. It wasn't of a good quality. How can I avoid this kind of accidents? We're going to get to know within this unit. So by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to read about accidents and injuries. Accident, then we will have the injury. Then identify the causes of automobile crashes, car accidents. Also, you will be able to answer some questions on a text. Let's get started with these. Here in your books, page 4, we're having actually how many pictures? How many, let's say, yes, how many pictures? They are actually 4 pictures. Can you give me like one word that will combine the whole thing together? We can say that these 4 words are all of them are about accidents, injuries, people who got hurt. Maybe it is a car accident, it could be a cut or any other thing. Let's take them one by one. The first one in here, I want you to look at the picture and tell me, what happened? Look at him. Was he driving the car? No. He was actually skateboarding. Look at the skateboard in here. He was skateboarding. Then maybe he was skating too fast or on a slope. Then he fell off. So what happened? That he fell off the skateboard. Did he hurt himself? What is he saying? He's saying that I am okay. Thankfully, he is okay. He didn't break a bone. Why he didn't hurt himself? He was okay. Is it because he was careful? He wasn't. He fell off. Maybe because he was wearing a helmet. Look at his head. He was wearing a helmet, and on his knees he was wearing this knee pads. Maybe you can tell that he wasn't driving or he wasn't skating too fast. Any reason, someone helped him. So these are the precautions, things that you did before, so in case you had an accident, nothing bad is going to happen.
Did you hurt yourself?
No, I'm okay.
Because he was wearing a helmet and knee pads, he didn't hurt himself.
We're having the precaution that he was wearing a helmet on his head and knee pads on his knees. That's why he didn't get hurt. Let's go to the following. In here, let's look into here and try to describe what happened. The whole picture will show us that we're having car crash. 2 cars crashed together. It's actually a car accident. So what happened? These 2 cars, maybe one of them was driving too fast. The other was using his phone. That's why they had a car accident. We can say that they had a car accident, regardless of how. Did they hurt themselves? Let's look at them. Are you hurt? We are okay. Thankfully, they were in a good shape. No one got hurt. Why do you think no one got hurt in here? Is it because they were careful? I think they didn't get hurt because they were wearing their seat belts. Whenever you are in the car, just wear or fasten your seat belt. They were fastening or using the seat belts. That's why they didn't get hurt. Let's listen to the conversation between these two, and you will tell.
The driver wasn't injured.
Neither was his friend.
They didn't hurt themselves because they were wearing seat belts.
So in here, we had a car accident. However, no one got hurt, thankfully to the seat belts. They were wearing the seat belts, the precautions. How about the third accident? In here, let's try to describe the picture. We're having two boys in here. What are they doing? We're having an electric device. It looks like a toaster, or yes, it looks like something that is related to electricity. They are maybe trying to repair it. However, they had a shock, an electric shock. So what happened in here? They got a shock. These two boys got a shock. Did they hurt themselves? What do you think? Look at the picture and look at what they said. Yes, they got hurt. They got a shock. You feel like electricity in your body. Why did they get a shock? Why did people do people usually get shocks? Because they didn't turn the electricity off or off the electricity. If you want to deal, maintain, or fix any electrical device, it is highly recommended. It is very important that you will lock it. You will turn it off. So, a precaution, never touch it with wet hands and turn it off. Always turn it off. Let's listen to them, what they are saying.
Ouch, I got a shock.
So did I.
They didn't turn off the electricity, so they got a shock.
So the reason in here, they got a shock. Why? Because they didn't turn off the electricity. You have to turn the electricity off before using it. How about the first picture in here? Let's try to describe it. This lady had a cut. She was using the knife, then she cut her finger. We're having bleeding, blood and bleeding. Why do you think so? Let's look here. What happened? What did she do? So she cut herself. The thing that she did, she was using the knife, not to chop or to cut things, but to open the can. So what happened to her? What happened? She cut herself. The thing that happened to her is a cut. She cut herself. And why did she cut herself? Was it because she's using the knife? No, it's not because she was using the knife. She was using it the wrong way. Because she used the wrong equipment, used a knife to open a can. How can you open a can or a tin? You need a tin opener, a special device or a special tool for opening it. Never use the wrong equipment. The knife is for chopping and for cutting things, not to open, let's say, the tins or the cans. Okay, let's listen to her talking to someone else.
How did you cut yourself? I tried to open the can with a knife.
If you use the wrong equipment, you might hurt yourself.
So, using the wrong equipment may cause a cut. You will cut yourself, whether your finger, a hand, or any other part. Okay, so these are actually the accidents that we have talked about. We have talked about falling, cutting, car accidents, and having electrical shocks. How can we avoid each one of these? I don't want to have any accident. So I will say, if I want to avoid falling, you have to be careful. Wear a helmet and knee pads. Always make sure that you are wearing the safety equipment. I don't want to have a cut. If you are using a knife, use it carefully. And never use the wrong equipment for wrong usage. like a knife, not for opening the tins. Never let children use, let's say, sharp equipment like scissors or knives. How about car accidents? I don't want to have a car accident. You have to avoid driving too fast, being distracted while you are driving, or always make sure that you fasten your seat belt. Use the seat belt. How about electric shocks? I don't want to have an electric shock. I want to avoid it. So never touch the any electrical device if your hands are wet, or if you want to use them, just turn off the electricity before using it. So you are avoiding getting shocked. Which one of these do you think is the most common in your house? Tell me about your house. Which one is much more common? Is it car accident, cutting, falling, or maybe it is electric shocks? Maybe you will tell me about falling if you're having too many kids. They fall all the time. However, it is actually surprising that in Saudi Arabia, the most common one is having car accidents. Can you believe that? It is said that the most common causes of automobile crashes in Saudi Arabia that we are having every day, we are losing 20 people because of car accidents. And this is very tragic. This is sad. Every one day, 20 people are dying because of car accidents. And every 1 year, we are losing 1.35 million people around the world. 1 year, we are losing more than 1 million people because of car accidents. And this is actually sad. Why do you think so? I want you to listen to the text, which is actually on page number 5, and you are going to tell me why we are losing too many people every day, and we're losing millions of people around the world every year. Is it because of the driver? We can blame the driver. The drivers are the reason, or because of the road, or any other reason. What do you think? Is it the driver or the road? Listen and tell. Give a decision. Let's listen together.
The most common causes of automobile crashes. An average of 20 Saudi Arabian residents die on the country's roads each day, according to a report by the Saudi General Directorate of Traffic. Approximately 1.35 million people die each year on the world's roads, or 1 person every 25 seconds. 1. Distracted drivers. Many accidents occur when drivers don't pay attention and take their eyes off the road. Many occur when drivers are talking on their cell phones, adjusting the radio or CD player, or reading maps or even newspapers or other documents. 2. Driver fatigue. Drowsy and tired drivers are a danger. They may misjudge traffic situations, fall asleep at the wheel, or go off the road. The most common time to encounter tired drivers is between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. 3. Speeding. Speeding increases the risk of crashing, reduces the amount of time necessary to avoid a crash, and makes the crash more severe if it occurs. 4. Aggressive driving. Here are some characteristics of aggressive drivers. They ignore the safety of others and take risks, such as by tailgating, driving too close to the driver in front, using rude gestures or verbal abuse, and not obeying traffic signs. 5. Bad weather. Heavy rain, snowstorms, sandstorms, high winds, and fog make driving more difficult. Drivers may have trouble seeing the road clearly. Drivers should slow down, and if necessary, pull off the road until the conditions improve.
Okay, so based on what we have heard, who can we blame? Is it the road or the driver? We're having actually 5 reasons, 5 most common reasons for car crashes, car accidents. We can only blame the driver. 4 out of the 5, so only 1 is because of the road. However, the other 4, we can blame the driver, not the road. Okay? Some of the words that you have come encounter, like the word automobile. What do you mean by automobile? An automobile is another word for car. You can say an automobile or a car. Let's put it in a sentence. Many people die in automobile accidents, in car accidents, automobile crashes. So automobile is a car. We have came across the word fatigue. Notice fatigue, G-U-E, fatigue. What is the idea of fatigue? Fatigue is extreme tiredness. He's not tired. Fatigue, the extreme tiredness. So fatigue, let's say, not only tired, more than tired. Those people who feel sleepy and tired. Fatigue brought on dark rings under her eyes. Because of fatigue, she's having rings, black rings around her eyes. Then we came across the word aggressive. Those drivers, we can describe them as being aggressive. I don't want to deal with someone who's aggressive. Aggressive means behaving in an angry and a violent way towards others. Someone who's violent, angry all the time. We can say, he's so aggressive that others avoid him. No one wants to deal with him because he's so aggressive. Now I want you to listen one more time to the text and come up, underline the 5 reasons or the 5 causes, the 5 most common causes of car accidents. What are these? Let's listen together.
The most common causes of automobile crashes. An average of 20 Saudi Arabian residents die on the country's roads each day, according to a report by the Saudi General Directorate of Traffic. Approximately 1.35 million people die each year on the world's roads, or 1 person every 25 seconds. 1. Distracted drivers. Many accidents occur when drivers don't pay attention and take their eyes off the road. Many occur when drivers are talking on their cell phones, adjusting the radio or CD player, or reading maps or even newspapers or other documents. 2. Driver fatigue. Drowsy and tired drivers are a danger. They may misjudge traffic situations, fall asleep at the wheel, or go off the road. The most common time to encounter tired drivers is between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. 3. Speeding. Speeding increases the risk of crashing, reduces the amount of time necessary to avoid a crash, and makes the crash more severe if it occurs. 4. Aggressive driving. Here are some characteristics of aggressive drivers. They ignore the safety of others and take risks, such as by tailgating, driving too close to the driver in front, using rude gestures or verbal abuse, and not obeying traffic signs. 5. Bad weather. Heavy rain, snowstorms, sandstorms, high winds, and fog make driving more difficult. Drivers may have trouble seeing the road clearly. Drivers should slow down, and if necessary, pull off the road until the conditions improve.
So, what are the causes or the most common causes of automobile or car crashes, accidents? They are actually, the first one is distracted drivers. They are not paying attention to the road, whether they are using their phone, reading magazines, maybe books, speaking to others in the car, someone who's not focused on the road. This is the idea of being distracted, not focused. Also, the second reason is driver fatigue. We said fatigue is extreme tiredness, someone who's so tired, whether they are sleepy or they are tired, maybe they are sick. That's why late at night we're having many accidents because of fatigue, because of sleepy drivers. Drowsy, they feel sleepy. Also, we're having speeding. What do we mean by speeding? It is driving over the speed limit. If they say 100, no more than 100. Driving over the speed limit. Because when someone is driving too fast over the speed limit, they can't have good control over the car. Also, we're having aggressive driving. Those aggressive drivers who are so aggressive. What do we mean by aggressive? They are not obeying the road signs, whether it is a traffic sign or it is a stop sign, they're abusing the others. They are so mad and angry. They are always right and the others are wrong. And also we're having bad weather. Maybe it is foggy, we're having rain, or we're having a bad weather. And it's highly recommended to slow down, and it will be a good idea if you pull off or stop the car until the condition improved. So why are we blaming the drivers? Because we're having distracted drivers, driver fatigue, speeding, and aggressive driver. 4 out of 5 is because of the driver. Only one thing, which is the bad weather, we can't blame the drivers for. So 4 out of 5 we are blaming drivers. Okay, now I wanted to look back into page, let's say page 4, and I wanted to come up with words that are about injury. Any word, any verb that means someone is injured. There is the word hurt. Hurt, having a pain. Also, we're having a shock, an electrical shock. And also, we're having the word injured. He is injured, maybe cut his hand or fell off. And also, we're having the word cut. Cut can be a noun and can be a verb, by the way. So these are some of the verbs, and we are going to come across many others later on. Now, in your books, page 5, let's check your comprehension. Answer with T for true or F for false. The skateboarder didn't hurt himself because he had knee pads. He was wearing knee pads on his knees. That's why he was okay and he didn't hurt himself. Is it a yes or a no? Yes, I agree. It is true. He didn't hurt himself because he was wearing a helmet and knee pads. Next, neither of the people who were working on the electronic device got shocked. No one. Not this or that. Neither of them. Do you agree? I totally disagree because both of them got a shock. I got a shock, so did I. Both of them. The people in the car were hurt. What do you think? I guess no. False. None of them, they didn't get hurt. Why? Because they were wearing their seat belts. They were fastening their seat belts. The woman cut herself trying to open a can or a tin. She cut herself. Yes, actually, she cut herself because she was trying to use the wrong equipment. She used the knife to open a can. Okay. Most road accidents are caused by the drivers themselves. So it is because of the driver, not the road. Yes, I totally agree. 4 out of 5 reasons is because of the driver, not because of the road. Okay. For your homework, I want you to think about a situation or an accident. Have you ever hurt yourself? Maybe you cut, you burn, or had any kind of accident. Have you ever hurt yourself? Then tell me in 1 or 2 sentences what happened. How did you hurt yourself or injured yourself? Okay, I guess that is it for the lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.